What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I know some of you guys that have watched my past videos have seen under my desk here in my garage, I've had a stack of boxes for probably over a year. Well, today, or the next couple days, we are going to get to all of that. Yesterday I started, well, yeah, I took the tires off the truck first of all, and I'll show you guys. This is essentially what it looks like when the tire comes off. All this stuff is coming off and most of it's getting replaced with the exception of a few things. I already did this side. So as you can see, I pulled out my CV axle, lower control arms, pulled off the brake calipers, rotors, dust shield, wheel bearings. This is for my CV axle. It's like an extender or something from when I got the lift. I'm gonna be pulling off the inner and outer tie rods. And all these boxes over here is basically the replacement parts for all that. I got powder coated lower control arms. I used kryptonite ball joints, but it's not allowing me to seat the snap ring. It's just, I don't know if you can tell on camera, it's just not enough room. So I basically had to punch this one back out. Basically had to order some Moog ball joints on Amazon. Those are supposed to be coming sometime today. Only problem is I don't know what time they're coming. Today's Sunday, I have to go back to work tomorrow, so I don't know how much we're gonna get done today. This may be a two-part video. I guess we'll just have to see. Like I said, I already have the one side torn apart, so I'm not sure if I should tear this side apart now while I'm waiting for the parts to come, or if I should leave it together as a reference in case I forget how something goes back. I kind of just started pulling stuff apart. As you can see here, there's just bolts and tools everywhere, so there's a slight possibility I might get a little confused on where some stuff goes, because I should have been bagging it and tagging it, but I wasn't. So yeah, basically, oh, you guys saw the video. If you didn't, there's a video of Cognito heavy duty sway bar. I actually took that thing off, went and got that powder coated as well, so that needs to get thrown back on. So basically we're gonna put the sway bar back on. I'm replacing the brakes all together. I got the same exact brake kit, the Power Stop Z36 truck and tow. Replacing lower control arms, CV axles, inner and outer tie rods, wheel bearings. I got stainless brake lines. I think that's pretty much it. So, as you can see in my garage, gigantic mess. So yeah, I don't know I mean, I'm gonna try to film as much as possible. This isn't gonna be like a how-to. There's plenty of videos on the internet of how to take this stuff apart. In fact, I've watched a few of them, but I'm gonna try to film a decent amount. So yeah, I guess I'll pick back up here once I get started on something. I don't know what route I'm gonna go yet, but like I said, I'll try to film as much as I can. Alright, so I decided I'm gonna just blast through this disassembly real quick. I'll probably post up the camera, just do like a time lapse or something, and just hurry up and get this side disassembled. And then once I get have everything ready to be reassembled, I'll film a little bit better. So yeah, I think that's gonna be the best thing. Disassembly is not really that difficult, and shouldn't take me very long. So yeah, set up the camera and get started. Alright, so quick little update of what I'm doing here. I don't know if you guys saw, because it was time lapse, most likely. But my little star bit broke off in that screw. So I was not able to get that out. I tried to heat it out with a torch. I just stopped the camera real quick, tried to heat it up with a torch and get it out. I messed with it for like 15 minutes. Couldn't get it, so I decided to say the hell with it. I'm replacing the rotor and the wheel bearing anyways, so there's really no reason to spend a bunch of time on that other than the fact that I may need that screw, but I'll just go find another one. The other thing is, you guys may have seen me beating on this cap with a hammer. The only reason I was doing that is because I'm replacing these caps as well, and for some reason they're hard to get off. I had to do the same thing on the other side, so instead of spending 20 minutes like I did yesterday trying to get that thing off nicely when I'm going to replace it, I just hammered that off. So yeah, we're pretty much almost there for today, or at least for the disassembly until I can get the other parts. But I need to take the CV axle out, unbolt the sway bar linkage or whatever you call it, and then we can unbolt the coilover and then get the lower control arm off. So, I mean, honestly, like another 30 minutes of work, as long as everything goes smoothly. So I'm gonna get this stuff back off, and we'll go from there. I'm going to take the tie rods off, but I'm kind of leaving them on to help brace this. I don't want to have to undo that since I don't really need to take that off. So I'm leaving that on just to kind of help support it. Once we start reassembling, I get the lower control arms on and stuff, I'll take that off and replace it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now. Unfortunately, that only took us about an hour max, maybe 45 minutes. So it's still very early. It's 8:30 a.m. So I could be waiting all day on Amazon. It says it's supposed to be here sometime before 10 p.m. Thank you, Amazon. Wish they had some kind of freaking expedited delivery. I would have paid them like an extra 20-30 bucks or whatever they want to get that shit to me early. So I'm probably gonna lose most of today because I'm waiting on that stupid delivery. I guess it's partly my fault for not making sure these kryptonite ball joints fit properly. I don't know if it's because the ball joints are just not the exact same as the ones that came with the control arms. These are Moog control arms. And I accidentally broke the grease fitting on one of these when I was pressing them out so I can get them powder coated. So that's why I can't just put the factory ones back in, or the ones that came with the lower control arms. Yeah, so I don't know, like you can see on this one there's that little indentation where the snap ring fits, and here's the one for kryptonite. Like it seems like they line up pretty close to the same spot. I don't know. I honestly don't know if it's because the powder coating had put like a little extra layer. I can't imagine that being the case because they sandblasted the original powder coating that was on there and then laid their own powder coat. So I feel like it should be pretty damn close to the same, but I don't know. It could be the powder coat, and if that's the case, I'm screwed. But anyways, I guess we'll wait to see what happens. We'll wait till those get here. I'll try to press them in and we'll go from there. Okay, quick update. We got the ball joints from Amazon. They're Moog. And we pressed them in. And I don't know if you can tell. But the snap ring seats perfectly fine in the groove. On these kryptonite ones, you can see the little groove where the snap ring fits in. For some reason, it just didn't fit correctly on these control arms. I don't know if it's because I bought Moog aftermarket control arms. But I don't really see a way to... Here's the factory control arms. I don't really see a way to press this out. This thing looks like it's welded in there. I don't know. But either way, I don't care. The kryptonite ones I wanted to use, but they don't work, so they're junk to me. So anyways, yeah, that's all we were waiting for was the ball joints. We have everything else, so we're gonna try to get started on reassembling the front end. Alright, so I didn't record getting this lower control arm in because it took me about an hour of messing with it to get it in here. I had one of the bushings in the lower control arm in the wrong way, so I had to press it back out and put it in the other way. And then just trying to get this thing to fit up in here was kind of a pain. But it is in here now. Nut for the bottom. I think the next step is going to be to get the wheel bearing back in. Alright, so I've been bad at recording. Camera died and I couldn't find a spare battery, so I had to wait for one to charge. Anyways, this side is pretty much done. Got the new lower control arms. Can't really see, but there's the new wheel bearings and hub assembly, new brake calipers, rotors, stainless steel brake line, the wheel sensor for the hub assembly, new CV axle. So yeah, this side's pretty much done. I just need to bleed the brakes on that side, but I'm gonna wait until this side's done. I started to do this side. Got the lower control arm on, which was a pain in the ass. Took me probably about an hour. New CV axle. Here's the wheel bearing hub assembly, whatever you want to call it. It's Kryptonite products. Comes with the sensor and everything. Only shitty thing is that sensor kind of sits at a weird angle. The factory one's slanted upwards a little bit more, but whatever. You just kind of force it on there. So that's where we're at. I need to get the brake kit on that side. And then I think we just need to bleed the brakes on both sides. Chuck the tires back on, and I think we're good. One other thing is I was going to replace the inner and outer tie rods, but it requires, since my truck's lifted, it requires me to cut them. And I'm afraid if I cut them, I'm not going to be able to rethread it. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to, I gotta go take the truck to get it aligned. Since I'm swapping out all these parts, I think I'm just going to take it to the alignment shop, bring the tie rods with me, and just have them do it for me. But yeah, other than that, everything else is pretty much done. Basically a complete overhaul of the front end, minus the spindle, upper control arms, and the coilovers. Everything else has pretty much been replaced. So let's get this other brake kit on and bleed the brakes and get this over with. looks like my camera overheated and shut off. Good thing I caught it relatively quickly. Basically, I just put this brake line on. I'm gonna replace this one with a stainless steel. This thing has 2 crush washers, one on each side of this brake line. You just got to make sure you don't reuse them. So once you torque it down, you can't reuse them. So if I have to take that off because I forgot something, I have to get new washers. So just remember that. I'm gonna try to bust out the rest of this video really quick. Hopefully this camera hangs in there. Alright guys, it's so damn hot outside, this camera kept turning off, so I quit recording. I just didn't have time to sit there and watch the camera. Just to go over everything really quickly. New lower control arms, new CV axle, new wheel hub assembly, new whole brake kit, rotors, calipers, stainless steel brake lines. That's pretty much it. I got the heavy duty sway bar powder coated, so I mounted that back up. New sway bar end links on both sides. Pretty much everything's replaced except for upper control arms, spindle, and tie rods. But I have new tie rods. Like I was telling you earlier, I'm gonna have the alignment shop replace them for me instead of messing with it myself. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty much good, pretty good to go. Gotta throw the tires on, and then there's a break-in procedure for the brakes. But after that, should be good. So yeah, I'm gonna throw these wheels back, my tires back on, and get it off the jack stands. Go do the break-in procedure, and hopefully she drives good. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. This garage is a gigantic mess. Still got other stuff coming for the truck, so hit that subscribe button. We knocked out a good portion of the boxes. That was the majority of the stuff. The sunroof doesn't work. The track is broken, so I have this box right here. This white box is parts for that. I figured while I have to take the whole headliner down, I figured while I do that, I decided I'm going to dynamat the entire roof. It's got some sound dampening, and then it also helps keep out heat. So yeah, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the future stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.